in terms of hurdles, I'm going to take a more personal note on this one. So it was a total life change for me to just uproot my entire life and move up to Northern California. It was a big adjustment for me. I had no family up there, moving in on my own in my own apartment for the first time in my life. I mean, that in and of itself was a pretty big challenge for me and something that I had to like learn to get over and learn to be independent. Um, in terms of my job, the hurdles that I was dealing with, I think the biggest one I was dealing with was again going from an operation that was event based to a city. So what that entailed was me learning how a city operated and mainly how city council operated. So things like public hearings were foreign to me, ordinance changes, and developing new policies, all new things that I had to learn.
Well, like I had mentioned in my transition to the parking superintendent, it wasn't a likely transition. As many of you know, Wayne Dalton had passed away, and he was our previous parking superintendent. And for those of you who don't know him, he was an established name in the parking industry. I had worked with Wayne for 12 years, and his passing was a tragedy for our division. And as a result, it left a void. And at the time, it required me to step up and to take charge and to take lead, so that we can continue to keep our operations running, keep meeting the demands of the operation, and also to support our team through that very difficult loss and support them through that bereavement process. Um, in addition to losing Wayne, my next resource was our director, which was our community services director, who was the only other person who had the seasoned knowledge to give me that guidance. And she had put in her retirement notice in that October and had retired in the next 3 months. So I had 3 months of being able to learn as much as I could from her, and that my next point of contact was supposed to be the city manager, who had also retired. So at that point, I had lost our superintendent, who was a mentor and a leader to our division, the director, who was my next point of contact and guidance, and the city manager, and actually proceeded the next 8 months with no direct manager to help me through the process. And then as part of that hurdles, we were also facing a very outdated parking program, which had all technology that was outdated and needed to be updated, from our parks equipment to our meters to our pay stations. And some of these were really challenging to work through in that first year.